Hi, everybody. Welcome back. My name is Megan. I am the host of Islands Uncovered and the owner of Dare to Dream Travel, which is a travel agency focusing exclusively on sandals and beaches properties. So, normally, what we do every week is we talk about the resort updates, the sales, the promos, 777s, any rooms that I think of our particular interest or a really great deal. And then we dive into a story about one of the islands that the Sandals or beaches resorts are located on. Today, we're doing things a little bit different. Number one, if you are watching this on YouTube, you're going to see that there is some video attached to it. I am trying to provide video just on that platform if you're interested in staring at my face the whole time while I'm talking about these properties. Also, today, we're not going to tell a story. And the reason for that is very simple. I ran out of time. So I am actually going to be leaving tomorrow when this airs. I'm recording this the day before. I do that so I can see the weekly 777 deals that come out on Wednesdays, and then I release the episodes on Thursdays. So everything is very fresh. But when this comes out, I'm actually going to be on my way to Jamaica. I'm going to Dunn's River. I'm headed there with my sister. Super excited to see the property after Hurricane Melissa. And I'm going to get a ton of video and post it on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, wherever you like to watch me be absolutely ridiculous. I'm going to post stuff on there. And so you can see what the resorts look like in Ocho Rios after the hurricane. I'm also going to go over to Sandals Ochi, but because I'm going as a paid guest, I'm not being hosted by Sandals to come. They're not paying for my trip. I'm paying for this myself. So I have to abide by all of the same rules as any other guest. That means I can't go over to Sandals Royal Plantation, because if you know Sandals Royal Plantation, you know that that is the all butler suite, very small resort. And if you stay at that resort, you can go to the other two Sandals properties in Ocho Rios, Sandals Ochi and Sandals Dunn's River. But if you stay at Ochi or Dunn's River, you can't go over to Royal Plantation. So I am a guest staying at Sandals Dunn's River. It's kind of like a secret shopper of sorts is how I like to think about it. When we go hosted by Sandals, everybody on the property knows that we're travel advisors. The staff knows. We get tours. We have to be in meetings. But this is just me paying as a guest and me shooting some video and showing you guys what it looks like. So I compare it a bit to secret shopping. So that's what I'm going to be doing. But because of that, I can't go over to Royal Plantation. So all that being said, I ran out of time. I don't have time to do a story today, but that's okay because I enjoy doing the stories and I really like doing them. But I found that most people stop listening to this podcast after you hear about the resorts and the sales, which I think is incredibly funny and very honest. Like, that's really all you're here for. I'm going to keep doing the stories until I find my crowd. I feel like they're out there. It's just got to be the Sandals and Beaches regulars who really want to hear some stories about the islands off the resort. We'll get there. We'll get there. But today, we're just going to talk about the promos and the sales and any updates. And I really don't have any more resort updates. So they haven't provided us with any additional updates on Sandals Montego Bay, Royal Caribbean, or Sandals South Coast. As soon as they do, I will let you know. They are being updated right now. Sandals Royal Caribbean, it's getting 100 new rooms. The pool's being updated. Sandals South Coast is getting a complete overhaul. Everything they're saying is going to be up to that Sandals 2.0 quality, and I'm super excited to see it. But that is all I know. Also, I'll give you a little insider info here. So when you're a travel advisor for Sandals and Beaches Resorts, when you sell rooms, you get a commission, of course, from Sandals. The people going that we book the trips for do not pay a cent extra to use a travel advisor. You get all the benefits of using one. If you find a good one, there's tons of benefits, but you don't pay any extra. So Sandals has already built our commission into your trip. So you're paying for a travel advisor's help, whether you use it or not. But another thing that we get besides that built-in commission is we get points that we can accumulate points. And then those points can be used to go to the resorts and have extremely inexpensive stays at the properties. Unfortunately, because of Hurricane Melissa, all travel agents using points, it has been suspended. So for the time being, you're not going to be seeing any travel advisors going down to the resorts and showcasing the resorts unless they pay for it themselves. So that's what I'm doing with Dunn's River. Hopefully, the points will start out soon. I was supposed to go to Curacao in February, and I'm super bummed. I love that resort, but I'll get there. Hoping to get back somewhere as soon as they start up the program again. But I completely understand that they need to take care of all of the paying guests first. That, of course, makes the most sense. Okay, so now we're just going to talk about sandals and the sales. They still have the Gift the Caribbean sale happening right now. And we talked about it a little bit last week. They're saying that that sale is going to end on January 1st. Have to get in a deposit by January 1st to take advantage of the Gift the Caribbean sale for both sandals and beaches. Now, we've talked about this. They do tend to extend the sales quite a bit. So I wouldn't be surprised if this goes a little bit longer, but who knows? Maybe because it's called Gift the Caribbean and that's kind of holiday focused, that they will, in fact, end it on January 1st. Okay, so here's how the Gift the Caribbean sale is broken down. They have an instant credit. It goes up based on how long you stay, caps at 7+ nights. 6 resorts have up to $1,000. That's going to be Sandals St. Vincent, Sandals Royal Curacao, Grenada, and then both resorts in Barbados, and then Sandals Royal Bahamian. So you've got 6 resorts that go up to 1,000. Most of the other resorts cap around between $500 and $600. Actually, I lied. They're all going to be $600 or more. It's like between $605 and $650. So very close. Some resorts have instant credits starting at just 3 nights. That's going to be Sandals Royal Bahamian, Royal Plantation, Sandals Ochi, Sandals Negril. All of the instant credits go up the longer you stay, like I mentioned. So besides the resort credit, there's the $100 web booking bonus. That's pretty much always there. So that's not really a big deal for this sale. But another great thing that they have on this sale is that they have the $200 resort credit for a 5-night stay at any resort. You can use that on the property at the spa or a private candlelight dinner or the photo shop. So it's a good deal when you get to pick and choose how you use that credit as opposed to it just being a spa credit like it was for Black Friday. And then there are a few resorts also where if you stay 7 nights, you can get 1 night free. So that's going to be all the Butler rooms at Ochi, Grenada, Antigua. And then there's going to be a select number of rooms at Montego Bay, Regency La Toc, and Grand St. Lucian. So how many deals can you stack on top of each other? We can look at the 777 rooms. Maybe there's a 777 room that's on sale this week through next Tuesday for that extra 7% off. That is also going to be one of the rooms that has the highest instant credit. That's also going to be a really great deal. So this week, scanning through the rooms, it's the same resorts. There's really no new resorts on here. It's just different rooms. And the 777 rooms are always going to be the rooms that they have more of a surplus of. They're trying to offload a little bit. Keep in mind also, when you are looking at the 777 deals, it's easy to scroll through the list. However, you really need to click on where it says offer details because that is going to give you specific dates of when the 777 deal is going to apply. Just because your room is on 777 doesn't mean it's on sale every single day. So that's just my, little tip. I always look at that when I'm looking at the rooms every week to see if any of the prices have gone down for my clients. I need to call and get that adjusted for. You got to check the dates. So this week, looking at the 777s, it is a lot of butler rooms, and it is a lot of fancy butler rooms. If anybody's interested in a fancy butler room at any of these resorts, this is the week to get it. Going down the list, going back to Curacao, super jealous if anybody snags one of these a la seaside butler bungalows with the private pool. Yes, please. Most of these rooms this week are going to come with that butler service where they're going to save you seats on the beach, by the pool, bring you lunch. You get a cell phone that you can just let your butler know if you need anything. They'll get you into dinner at all the preferred times. I always tell people, like, you don't need a butler to have a great vacation at Sandals or beaches. You certainly don't. I don't travel in butler rooms all the time, but I have had a butler. It's really nice. It's really nice. Okay. So then we're going to St. Lucia. Once again, all three properties have a room on 777 this week. This week, Sandals Grand St. Lucian, it has had a lot of luxury room levels. This week, it is the President Clinton Oceanfront Penthouse 2-story Butler Suite. This is the big guy. So if you want those gorgeous views on that peninsula at Sandals Grand St. Lucian and you want to go big or go home, this room is available this week on 777. And we talked about stacking the deals. It's one of the rooms that if you go 7 nights, you're going to get 1 night free. Is it still an expensive vacation? Yes. Are you going to get a whole night free in this amazingly large 2,100 square foot penthouse 2-story suite? Yes, you're going to have a great time. Okay, so then Regency La Toc in St. Lucia. We've got the Sunset Bluff Honeymoon Oceanfront 1-bedroom Butler Villa Suite with a private pool. This is going to be one of those rooms up on that bluff. We've talked about it before at Sandals La Toc. It's built into the bluff. There are some stairs to navigate. The Butler rooms have gorgeous views though. And the food is great over there. And then Sandals Halcyon Beach, Flat Resort, nice beach area. This has got a club level room this week. This has got the Crystal Lagoon walkout swim up club level room. Just know that if you go to Halcyon, it's very small. If you go for a long time, you're probably going to want to venture over to one of the other Sandals St. Lucia properties just because you'll have more restaurants to explore and just a little bit more activity. But if you're looking for a nice quiet place, this is a great resort in St. Lucia. It's got a very nice beach, club level room on 777 this week. Oh, and I forgot, the Butler Villa in La Toc is also one of the rooms that if you stay 7 nights, you get 1 free. So again, stacking those deals, these 2 rooms this week are going to be a great way to do that. And then we've got Sandals St. Vincent. So this is not going to be a 1 night free situation, but it is one of the resorts where the instant credits for the Gift of the Caribbean sale are more. So you've got the 1-bedroom Butler Villa Suite with a private pool. These are new. They're starting availability on January 25th of 2026. So if you want to go to St. Vincent and see one of these very new rooms with the private pool, we're on 777 this week. If you're listening to this in the future, this sale that I keep mentioning, the 777, goes through next week, Tuesday, so December 23rd. Okay, what else are we looking at? We are back at Sandals Royal Barbados. Royal Barbados is right next to Sandals Barbados. So you have 2 resorts right next to each other. Stay at one. You can explore them both. And this week, they've got the Rondeval Butler Suite with a private pool. So many private pools. I have a confession. I have never stayed in a Sandals room with a private pool. It's on my bucket list. But the Rondevals, they're round. This is a made-up word that Sandals made up, I think. It's a round room. It's got like a partition behind the bed that separates that front part with the bedroom and the sitting area with the bathroom. And you just walk around in a circle, go around the whole thing. These are really cool rooms. And Royal Barbados is all Club and Butler level. This is, again, one of the resorts that has the highest instant credit. Not a free night stay, but higher instant credit. So that's what you can stock on top of each other with this. And then lastly, Sandals Ochi, which is the lone resort in Jamaica that they have been giving us 777 deals for lately. But the poolside club level villa room is on sale this week. They've been doing some Butler level rooms. This is a club level villa room. It's got a semi-private pool that you can share. Last week it was the same type of room, but it was a Butler level. So Sandals Ochi always has good prices. It's the largest resort. It needs a little updating in areas, I would say, but it is the low-cost leader. Great way to start out experiencing all the stuff Sandals has to offer because it's the same food and drinks and experience at a little bit lower cost. So if you're interested in seeing what Ochi looks like, I'm going to try to get over there while I'm at Dunn's River, as I mentioned. So I'll hopefully be posting some videos and stuff of that. But those are the sandals rooms on 777 this week. And I hope that helped when I talked through how you can stack the deals on top of each other. I also imagine that that can be quite confusing if you're listening to this and haven't really booked a room at Sandals before or know how all that works. So if you have any questions, please reach out. I cannot stress enough that my services as a travel advisor are completely free to you. I'm happy to answer all your questions. I do not pressure people to book. I'm very easy to work with. I would like to think so. And I would be happy to help you talk through all of the different options and making sure that you are getting the best deals at the best resort. Thanks so much for listening again. Next week, I am taking a break just because it's Christmas and I celebrate Christmas with my family. But I will be posting the new 777 deals on social media. So if you are interested in looking at the new deals, please just follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. They'll be up. And just reach out. Email me, DM me, comment below. I'm always happy to find you the very best deals and provide you with a great experience at Sandals or Beaches Resorts. Thank you again for listening, and I'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.